Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. We're already open for business, apparently, because I ended up needing to do a second take because my nose started itching on me. And let's wake up the football gods here. Wake up. My voice may be sounding a little worse than usual. I am still from screaming and yelling at all the haters and the trolls and everything else out there from the game, the unbelievable comeback. I just about lost my voice, and it's just kind of raspy this morning. Sounds like I smoke about 4 packs of cigarettes a day. Got you know how it is. So news today. Today is Tuesday, of course, Taco Tuesday, which is also the players' off day. And generally speaking, the way it used to be was Tuesday is when the team would always bring in players for workouts and tryouts and things like that and do your signings and things. And we know Ron Leary had come in on Friday. No, excuse me, Saturday, and was getting COVID tests. They had been talking, had been to the Star, had been talking to the team, and we had thought that the Cowboys might end up signing him, but per Mike Fisher, who's a friend of Ron Leary's, the deal has fallen through, so the Cowboys, at least not at this present time, are going to be signing Ron Leary. Stephen Jones was asked yesterday the possibility of signing a tackle or offensive lineman, and right now he's like, no, actually, we're good. We believe Tyron Smith has a good chance of playing this week. The following week, of course, Lyle Collins is eligible to come back off of IR, and so I think the thinking is we can make it through one more game without signing anybody else. Because the reality is, well, Brian McKnight actually settled into the position of being that backup to Tyron Smith as the game went on. Steele played a better second half than he did the first half, and got them a little bit of confidence that okay, we're not great. We're not great, but we're okay. But we have two major pieces that we were missing. That if we get those two pieces back, we're actually in better shape than we were before. Let's hope that plays out. But the reality is right now, there's so many players this year that have been injured. I mean, you're hearing major names of guys, that are gone for the year, that this year may be the most injured year ever. And with that being the case, there's not a whole lot of stuff that you can do. There's not a whole lot of people that you can rely on, which is kind of surprising to me that they didn't get a Ron Leary just in case, because he is right there. He does know the Dallas Cowboys. He probably would have been affordable just as an insurance policy, because what you learned, at least this past week, as we look at our division, let's just look at our division. Let's be realistic here. The Washington team has a really good defensive pass rush, and that's about all that they have. I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade on the Washington football team. The Giants, well, the Giants are who we thought they were, and they lost Barkley for the season. Not good. Not good. They're going to rely on Danny Dimes. They had a chance against the Bears at the end, but it's going to be a rough season with Jason Garrett there. And then, of course, we have the Eagles. Now, I'm not saying that the Eagles are done. By no means am I saying they're done. But right now, you have to look at the Eagles with their injuries that they've had, especially on the offensive line, and now their defense not being able to do what they used to do. And as Philly 500 says about Carson Wentz now he's got a fat ass. He can't move anymore. Can't take 2 steps out the pocket. Being limited. And Philly, I'm going to actually defend your quarterback here. I'm going to defend your quarterback, your guy, because I don't know that they ever said what the injury was, the soft tissue injury that he had. But you don't know if that was a groin muscle or a hamstring and things like that, where they're concerned about him pulling it more. And maybe that's part of the reason why he's not being moved around the pocket a whole lot. They don't want to aggravate it, or he can't move that well right now. It might not be that 30 pounds that he put on that they said was a great thing. Okay, stop. Are you saying He's Carson. Where's the fitness? Wentz? Is that what you're beginning to say now? Come on, man. Be nice to your quarterback, okay? Be nice. You know, it's funny. It's funny how sometimes the talking heads will go from one extreme to the other. They'll trash you one week, they'll praise you the next, unless you're a Cowboy for the most part. But one of the ones, this actually, shout out to Omar. You know, if you don't know who Omar is, Omar on the YouTube, excuse me, on Twitter. Where did it go? Okay. Omar on Twitter, definitely follow him because he finds all kinds of great tidbits of stuff out there. And this one kind of surprised me. Dan Orlovsky, the guy I trash on a regular basis, you know, forgive me, Dan, okay, but you kind of have to. He ran out of bounds out of the back of the end zone when he was a quarterback for the Lions and didn't even know he ran out of bounds in the back of the end zone for the Lions. He has constantly said things like Sean Payton took Quincy Carter to the Super Bowl for the Dallas Cowboys. So it's easy to kind of make fun of him. And he has been kind of the ESPN whipping boy. And I think that this is part of the initiation. It's kind of like a frat house, that when you join ESPN, your first duty is to look like an idiot and to trash the Dallas Cowboys. You know, that's your beat-in to become a personality on ESPN. That's just the way it is, because you see it time and time again. And he was basically made to be the clown. This was actually interesting because this was actually a real play breakdown from Dan Orlovsky about my quarterback. So I want you guys to check this out, and we'll discuss it after you watch the videotape.
To mount a comeback like that, you got to do some things as a quarterback that's really hard to put on paper. Two things. Can you throw receivers open, and then can you use your eyes to help those guys get open? Dak did them both. First one's going to be this crossing seam by the tight end, Dalton Schultz, right there, okay? He's going to have this crossing seam that's going to go down the hash. And for the quarterback, you've got to beat that linebacker with the throw. That's the defender that you got to go, I've got to go beat him with the throw. Now, we put these plays back-to-back next to each other because I want you to see how it times up for Dak Prescott throwing people open. It's outstanding. Okay, freeze it. Ball is going to come out of Dak's hands now. All right, ball is coming out of his hands. This tight end on that crossing seam, Greeny, he's not open.
Yeah.
That guy is covered. That defender is still on the far side of that tight end. But Dak has already made his decision. I'm going to let this ball go. Now, when you let this ball go, you better pull this receiver to that area and throw it out to space because, again, you have to throw him open right now over that linebacker. Talk about ball placement. How about that ball placement right there? That defender's arm is on his left shoulder, fully extended for that tight end. That is throwing a receiver open. That's part of a big comeback. Now, number two, the big throw to Gallup. You've got to use your eyes to help receivers get open. The corner's in zone coverage. He's got vision on Dak Prescott, and Gallup is going to be the guy running a go route. You have to be able to help that receiver beat that cornerback because of the vision. Now, I want everyone to see what Dak Prescott does. He's going to catch this snap, and he's just going to stare to his right. Come on, iPad. He's just going to stare to his right. He's staring this way, and that cornerback has got vision on Dak Prescott. What allows that to happen is Gallup is now outside of the corner. He's going to get on top of the corner. That's known as a blind spot. Dak froze that corner for just a second, and why does it matter? Because, look, it is so impossible because of that blind spot for that corner to play both the receiver and the ball in the air. He lost track of that receiver because of the vision of Dak Prescott. We hear all the time about Dak and some of the things that he does that you can't necessarily measure. We saw that yesterday in the comeback. Throw receivers open and use your eyes to help them get open. A monumental comeback for the Cowboys.
Wow. That was Dan Orlovsky, a constant Dak Prescott hater and Carson Wentz defender. Believe that one? Dan Orlovsky defending Dak Prescott? I got to see if he said anything good about Carson Wentz and what's going on with him. All right, so guys, I've got to get to work. I got to get back out on that deck, so I'm going to be out into the signal dead zone because there is no signal out where we're working. So we'll be out in the void. I do have another Game Day Eats video that I'm uploading now, which is my shrimp and grits. My shrimp and grits. You guys see now how I do my Jobu wings. I got my shrimp and grits. What was the one? Oh, pulled pork. We did pulled pork in there. So if you're looking for some ideas of things to have for your game day, check out my playlist, Jobu Eats, and we're going to continue throughout the season to add more and more videos of basically everything that we're cooking for game day, so that we can get some ideas. I think we're going to do some bang 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 shrimp this weekend. I think that'll be nice to go with Seattle. You got to have a seafood theme, and probably do a pot of chili. Understand now. Here's the thing on this stuff. We are here at Broke Ass Media, okay? Broke Ass Media, where I have to be the cameraman, the sound guy, the lighting guy. Oh, and I have to be the talent that does the stuff on there. And usually when I'm cooking game day morning. So in between that, I got to do my pick segment. By the way, on my pick segment, straight up picks, 14-2 last week. 14-2. New England and the Saints let me down. The week before, 11-5. Not too bad. So we do our pick segment. I got to be set up for the games, and I got to cook the food. So it's one take. So sometimes it might be a little rough, but you'll get the idea. You know how we roll here at Broadcast Media. And don't forget, James Rumbling, Stumbling, Brumbly, and Aiden Bajais. Two of you have until midnight tonight to get in touch with me, so that way we can get out your prize to you. And that's all I got going right now, guys. Keep the faith as we get ready to take on the Seattle Seahawks. I'm Mark Holmes, and as always, thank you for being part of the Jobu Sports Report. I'll see you soon.